Let us take correlation analysis. Sometimes we may come across problems involving two or more variables. For instance, a businessman may be interested in knowing the relation between advertisement and sales. An economist may be interested in knowing the relation between demand and price, or an agriculturist to establish relation between rainfall, fertilizers and yield. In such cases, statistical method of establishing the relation between variables is called correlation. In other words, correlation is a statistical technique that can show whether and how strongly pairs of variables are related. Here, to measure the degree of relationship between two variables quantitatively, an index of relationship is used and is termed as coefficient of correlation. In other words, a correlation coefficient measures the extent to which two variables tend to change together. Means it describes both the strength and direction of relationship. Here we come across, when you come to types of correlation, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮನ್ನಿಗೆ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಏನು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈವನ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮನ್ ಇಬ್ಬರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮನ್ನಿಗೇನು ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ, ಅದು ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆದಂಗೆ ಪ್ರೈಸು ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನೇಟಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್. ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಿಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಇದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್ಪನ್ನ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್, ಮೇನ್ಲಿ we categorize into three. First one is on the basis of direction of change. Direction of change means direction of change of variables. Here correlation means we are going to study the relation between two or more variables. Okay. On the basis of direction of change of variables, we come across positive correlation and negative correlation. Next, on the basis of number of variables studied, means number of variables considered for their study, there we come across simple correlation, multiple correlation and partial correlation. Then on the basis of consistency of ratio of change, there we come across linear correlation and non-linear correlation, that is also called curvilinear correlation. Now, when you come to on the basis of direction of change of variables, first one is positive correlation. Means here if they consider two variables for their study, when both the variables move in the same direction, that means increase in one variable followed by corresponding increase in other variable, or decrease in one variable results in or followed by corresponding decrease in other variable, that we say positive variable. Here we come across even perfect positive variable. That means here the ratio, or what we say, this perfect positive correlation indicates that for every unit increase in one variable, there is a proportional unit increase in other variable, or vice versa. Means for decrease of one unit in one variable, there is a corresponding proportionate increase in the other variable also. For example, here the example of positive correlation means increase in one variable followed by corresponding increase in other variable, means increase in demand may result in increase in price, or increase in advertisement may result in increase in sales. Okay. Now here, for example of positive correlation, if you take two variables x and y, then here if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, means here it may be taken as demand and price, or advertisement cost and sales. It may be taken, say advertisement cost in 1000 rupees or lakhs of rupees, then sales in 1000 units or 10,000 units, lakhs of units, like that you may take two variables. Here for example, let them take as x and y. Okay. Now here it may be another one, 4, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, like this, means increase in one variable results in or followed by corresponding increase in other variable also. On the other hand, here if it is declining trend, then if you take like this, that is also we consider positive. Decrease in one variable followed by corresponding decrease in other variable, means both the variables move in the same direction. Maybe it may be increasing or decreasing. Okay. Now if you take 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Even here also 28, 21, 15, 10, 6, 4, like this. Okay. Now, when you come to perfect positive correlation, then it may be here, if you take perfect positive correlation x and y, here if it was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like that, then you may take here 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, means corresponding the proportion is the same, that we say perfect positive correlation. Okay. Now when you come to negative correlation, here also we consider two variables. Here if two variables move in two different directions, means increase in one variable results in decrease in other variable, that we say negative variable, or decrease in first variable results in or followed by increase in other variable. For example, in case of negative correlation, we may take supply and price. Okay. Increase in supply results in decrease in price. That is the usual trend, that we say negative correlation. Here, if you understand this positive correlation with the example, I think you may follow even negative correlation. Okay. Now, this positive correlation, it lies between 0 and +1. On the other hand, this negative correlation, it lies between -1 and 0. Okay. Now, when you come to on the basis of number of variables studied, here we come across simple correlation, multiple correlation and partial correlation. Here, in case of simple correlation, when only two variables are considered for this study, then we say simple correlation. Means it may be relation between yield and rainfall, or relation between yield and fertilizer. That, like that, we say that is a simple correlation. On the other hand, if for this study, if they consider more than two variables, for example, relation between yield, rainfall and fertilizer, there we consider more than two variables for the study, then it is called multiple correlation. On the other hand, this partial correlation, that is basically multiple correlation, means they take more than two variables for their study, but here what they do is they consider only two among them that would be influencing each other such that the effect of the other influencing variable is kept constant. Means here they consider all the three variables, that is rainfall, yield, rainfall and fertilizer. If they come to know that by their experience during that particular period rainfall, there is an average rainfall that will not going to affect the yield to maximum to certain extent, they may consider only the application or use of fertilizer, means the effect of fertilizer or the influence of fertilizer on yield. Like that means they consider, they take two variables for their study, but they keep one as constant. Therefore, that we say partial correlation. Then next one is on the basis of consistency of ratio of change. Here in case of by considering the consistency of ratio of change, we come across linear correlation and non-linear correlation. Here whether the correlation between the variables is linear or non-linear, it depends upon the consistency of ratio of change between the variables. That means when the amount of change in one variable to the amount of change in another variable tends to bear a constant ratio, correlation is said to be linear. That means, for example, if you take two variables x and y, here you may take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Means same, you may take advertisement cost and the demand for the product. It may be in 1000 rupees, you may take this demand, you may take in 1000 units. Okay, here you take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If you observe, see advertisement cost, if you take this one as advertisement cost, 10 to 20 2 times, 10 to 30 3 times, 10 to 40 4 times, 10 to 50 5 times. Okay, here see, here 2 to 4 2 times, 2 to 6 3 times, 2 to 8 4 times, 2 to 10 5 times. That means here the consistency of ratio of change is same. That's why it is called linear correlation. On the other hand, in case of non-linear correlation, here we say that when the amount of change in one variable to the amount of change in another variable tends to, does not bear a constant ratio, then it is called non-linear correlation or curvilinear correlation. Here it bears constant ratio. Here it does not bear constant ratio. That is non-linear correlation, or it is also called curvilinear correlation. Here why we say, here even when you represent on graph, in case of linear correlation, if you take the graph like this, then all the points lie in a straight line, we get the graph like this. There is a straight line. On the other hand, in case of curvilinear correlation, we do not get like this straight line, means all the points do not lie in a straight line, means here points are taken corresponding to each pair of values. Okay, here in this case we get a curve like this. That's why it is called, this non-linear correlation is also called as curvilinear correlation. Okay, these are the types of correlation. Now when you come to importance of correlation, correlation helps to measure the degree of relationship between the variables in one figure. Even in case of averages also, one figure means that is the beauty of the tools of or techniques of statistics or statistical analysis. Okay, this correlation, it assists the manufacturing firm to estimate cost, price, sales on the basis of the other variables that are functionally related to it, and even once the relation between the two variables is determined, then with the help of the known value, another unknown means known variable, another unknown variable may also be calculated or estimated with the help of regression analysis. And this correlation coefficient is a relative measure. Therefore, relationship between variables which are expressed in different units can also be compared. And even here, this correlation analysis, or even in statistics, most of the data are collected on the basis of sample techniques, and whatever the results arrived at means they study the sample collected or considered, and these samples will going to represent the whole lot. It is known to you. Now, whatever the inference drawn on the basis of sample technique may not be exactly equal to the population technique, the result obtained by population technique, that means by considering each and every unit of the universe or the population or the study. Therefore, it helps to calculate sampling error, that we say here probable error, that we say PE, probable error. This by comparing means here correlation coefficient is computed by studying the samples representing the entire lot, but this sample correlation coefficient need not be equal to that of the population correlation coefficient. That is, there is a possibility of sample correlation coefficient to vary from the actual value. The extent to which variation of the correlation coefficient due to sampling is called probable error. Okay, even this probable error is calculated in case of correlation coefficient. That formula I will take when we come to Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Methods of measuring correlation between two variables. There we come across 5 methods. First one, simple graphic method. Second one, scatter diagram method. Third one, Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Fourth one, Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. And fifth one, concurrent deviation method. Out of these 5, first 2 are graphic methods, second 2 are algebraic methods, and last one, that is a simple method, that is on the basis of considering only the algebraic signs plus and minus. Now, when you come to the simple graphic method, the name itself denotes it is a simple graphic method. Here, this method can be applied when both the variables are having the same unit of measurement and data are collected according to time. Here, this is represented graphically by taking time on x-axis and variables on y-axis. For two variables, we will get two curves on the graph. By considering the nature of movement of these curves, conclusion is drawn on the relation between the two variables. Here we come across just whether the relation or correlation is positive or negative, only that much. That means if both the curves move in the same direction, means whether it is upward or downward or intersecting upward or intersecting downward means both the curves should move in the same direction. Means it may be upward or downward, intersecting upward or intersecting downward. In these cases, it is called positive correlation. Okay. On the other hand, if the two curves move in different directions, means if one curve move downward and if another curve move upward, two different directions, or it may be intersecting downward and upward, that we say negative correlation. Means here we come across just whether the relation between the two variables is whether it is positive or negative, only that much. Next one is scatter diagram method. It is an improvement over the simple graphic method. Here we are going to get the inference or conclusion whether it is positive or negative, or whether it is perfect positive or perfect negative or no correlation at all. Even here also we consider two variables, and this is also a graphic method of finding the relation between the two variables. In this method, data are given on the basis of data are given data are given on two variables, and they must be represented graphically by taking one variable to x-axis and another variable to y-axis. In case of simple graphic method, we take time to x-axis and variables, both the variables to y-axis. But here we take one variable to x-axis and another variable to y-axis. Representation must be made by using the points. Means here for each pair of values we mark a point on the graph. Sufficient number of points are marked on the graph, and by studying the scattered nature of these points on the graph, we will going to conclude or draw the inference. For example, here if you take like this, now here if all the points lie in a straight line, if all the points lie in a straight line moving from the lower left corner to the upper right corner, then we say it is perfect positive correlation. On the other hand, if all the points lie in a straight line but the trend is moving from the upper left corner to the lower right corner. Here all the points lie in a straight line, the trend is moving from the lower left corner to the upper right corner, perfect positive. Here all the points lie in a straight line, but the trend is moving from the upper left corner to the lower right corner, that is perfect negative correlation. Okay. Next, another one is here all the points do not lie in a straight line, but the trend is moving from the upper left corner to the lower right corner. Upper left corner to the lower right corner. See, even this trend is also upper left corner to the lower right corner. The trend is same, but they do not lie in a straight line. That we say just negative correlation. On the other hand, here all the points do not lie in a straight line, but the trend is moving from the lower left corner to the upper right corner. See this one. This trend is also same, lower left corner to upper right corner. The trend is same, but all the points do not lie in a straight line. That is just a positive correlation. Okay. Next one. Point here, there is no trend in the points, means points are spread over throughout the diagram. Here there is no trend at all. Points are spread over throughout the diagram, or points are lie in a straight line, either parallel to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. Here we say no correlation. This is scatter diagram method. Okay. Here there is no trend at all. If the points spread over throughout the diagram or points lie in a straight line, either parallel to x-axis or to y-axis, then we say no correlation. Now, these are the two graphic method of presenting or studying the correlation between the two variables. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ correlation ಬಂದರೆ statistical method of studying the relation between two or more variables ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡೂ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಈಗ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಯಿತು, ಪ್ರೈಸು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಯಿತು. ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಪ್ರೈಸು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಗೆ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಸೇಲ್ಸು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದನ್ನ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಒಂದು ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಹೀಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಡಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ನ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟಡಿಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್, ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಮೂರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಸ್ಟಡಿಗೆ 2 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಎರಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ನ ಅವರ ಸ್ಟಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಮೂರನೇದು ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 2 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಒಂದನ್ನು, ಈಗ ಮೂರನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈಲ್ಡ್, ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್, ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ ಎರಡೂ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಅವರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದನ್ನು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಮತ್ತು ನಾನ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಸೇಮ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕಲಾಗಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಾನ್ ಲೀನಿಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಷಿಯೋ, ಅದು ಸೇಮ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ನಾವು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಕರ್ವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ವಿ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಜರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 2 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಇದು ಈ 5 ಮೆಥಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಫಸ್ಟು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡು, ಇದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು 2 ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರೈಕ್ ಮೆಥಡ್, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಈ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಒಂದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಅದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೈನಸನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 2 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎರಡೂ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಡಾಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಈ ಮೆಥಡನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ವೈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಗೆ ಆ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಗ ನಮಗೆ 2 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ನು ವೈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಿಸಿಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ 2 ಕರ್ವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಆಗ ಆ ಕರುದು ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವೆದರ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಎರಡೂ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸು ಒಂದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದರೆ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಎರಡೂ ಕರುದು ಒಂದೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಈ ಎರಡೂ ಕರು ಟೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡು ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಒಂದು ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡಲ್ಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮೆಥಡಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಇದು ಆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತು ನೋ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಇಷ್ಟೂ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಎರಡು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೂ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದನ್ನು ವೈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಗೆ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಈಚ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟನ್ನು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಯರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ನರಿಂದ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕಾರ್ನರಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಟ್ರೆಂಡು ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ನರಿಂದ ಲೋಯರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅದೇ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ನರಿಂದ ಲೋಯರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ಗೆ, ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಟ್ರೆಂಡೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಅದು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಟು ವೈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಆಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋ ಕಾರ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ one, Pearson's coefficient of correlation, that I will take in the next video. That is important from the point of view of the examination. Okay, thank you.